So today is the new moon in Sagittarius. It's actually almost over at this point. I wanted to talk about a couple of the transits going on, so maybe people can put the energy to use or kind of have some answer to some questions that they might be feeling. The first transit that I wanted to talk about is we have what's called a trine, which is a triangle between Mercury, your planet of thought and communication, and Chiron, the asteroid of wounded healing, and North Node, which is kind of the soul urge. And these are the collective placements right now. I feel like with the Venus retrograde immediately followed by the Mercury retrograde, and then we had a bunch, just so many retrogrades there packed in so close together. I kind of feel like our relationships, our daily pleasures were just kind of taken and shaken down a little bit, and anything that wasn't solid didn't hold. So we might still kind of be feeling a little up in the air from that. This is kind of a good time to not only speak on these wounds and communicate and really think through them, but it's also a good time to start paying attention to what is really going to be helpful to us, what heals us at the end of the day, and what makes us feel stable and good and secure. Part of this trine is in Cancer, which is about feeling and going through how you actually feel about things, paying attention to your moods, and it's about nurturing. So we need to focus on these things and focus on what's really going to be emotionally nurturing to us, which moves me into my next transit that I wanted to talk about, which is Ceres, a placement totally dedicated to nurturing, and it's coming closer to Venus, which is our pleasures, the people we love and how we love. Really harness this to focus on what is emotionally nourishing to you. Like I said, you may feel shaken up or up in the air, or you've lost people that you thought weren't going to be there. You may have gained new insight on people that made it through this that maybe you didn't think or didn't value enough, or maybe you're just really happy that they stuck through it with you. And this is a good energy to put to use to showing those people that gratefulness and hopefully having it returned to you, and making sure that you're really with the kind of people who are going to aid you in being emotionally well. The last transit I wanted to talk about, the reason for the video, is the new moon in Sagittarius, and it's actually with the Sun and Jupiter, but all of these things are sitting square, which is a right angle, to Mars and Neptune, which are sitting right together in Pisces. And the Mars-Neptune conjunction is almost a psychic conjunction. It brings things that almost have no explanation literally into action. Part of what I see with this transit is it's kind of challenging what is truth, which is what Sagittarius seeks. Sagittarius is a knowledge seeker, it's a truth seeker. They're about faith and buoyancy, and what may be our perceived realities, or what may have seemed real to us, and now it should be uncovering to us what is and isn't. It's also about recognizing, when you see Pisces, you see the death of the ego, which is basically our idealism of who we are and our respect and our pride and all of that. It kind of undoes those things. So we have to be sure that we're holding ourselves to our truest potential. There can be times where our own doubt holds us back, and we have to be able to recognize not only our own doubt, but our own actions, and where we work against ourselves to get to our truths that we need. And honestly, that is a part of being truthful, is recognizing your own hand in things. So that's how I would utilize those energies together. Be sure that you look through all the little details of things still with the Pisces and Neptune action going on, because there still is disillusions. There still can be hidden enemies coming to the surface. There still can be a little bit of confusion going on. But with the new moon, there's a thing where you do what's called setting an intention. That's basically where you write down on a piece of paper things that you want out of life, out of yourself, very specifically before the full moon, which will be July of next year. Because it's a fire sign, I would recommend you burn them, but really think, you know, emotional wellness, people you want in your life, things you want, career, those kind of things. These are the things that you say, I will have, and I can have, and I am going to have. And you write these down and you really put your energy to it, and you burn them and you let them go and watch them manifest, and make sure that you're working for them also. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is actually in the stellium with the sun and Jupiter, so there's a lot of luck and fortune and abundance that can happen here, and you just got to utilize it with some positivity. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you soon.